De nos jours, le changement climatique représente l'une des menaces les plus graves pour la production agricole, la sécurité alimentaire et l'état des ressources naturelles mondiales. Les petits producteurs et les pauvres dans le monde en développement y sont particulièrement vulnérables, tout en subissant également les effets des catastrophes climatiques de plus en plus fréquentes et graves. Situation qui complique les efforts mondiaux portant sur le développement à long terme, sur la sécurité alimentaire et la lutte contre la pauvreté. Compte tenu de la menace que représente le changement climatique, la FAO a récemment annoncé que ce dernier ferait partie des principales priorités de l'organisation au cours des 4 prochaines années. Il est inévitable que l'adaptation de la production agricole et des stratégies de survie au changement climatique deviennent une composante majeure des efforts portant sur le développement mondial. Par ailleurs, les secteurs agricoles, sylvicoles et ceux liés à l'utilisation des sols produisent 24% des émissions mondiales de gaz à effet de serre. L'atténuation des effets du changement climatique doit donc devenir également une priorité de ces secteurs. En décembre 2015, le Bureau de l'évaluation de la FAO a terminé l'évaluation des contributions de la FAO à l'adaptation au changement climatique et à l'atténuation de leurs effets entre 2009 et 2014. La vidéo présente certaines des principales conclusions et recommandations de ce travail. L'attention s'est concentrée sur les résultats nationaux et l'évaluation a examiné un échantillon de projets dans 11 pays parmi les plus vulnérables au changement climatique dans le monde en développement, selon l'indice mondial d'adaptation Notre-Dame. L'étude a également couvert la participation des organisations aux différents dialogues internationaux. L'équipe a utilisé plusieurs méthodes pour la collecte et l'analyse des données et a interviewé plus de 500 parties prenantes.
I think the evaluation gives us a big chance, particularly because our members, the member states that we service, are behind them. It gives us a very good understanding what FAO has been doing in the past, and out of that we can very clearly identify what we did right and where we can further improve.
FAO has a unique comparative advantage with the advanced tools it has for climate change adaptation, mitigation analysis. And these tools have helped developing countries to strengthen their monitoring and knowledge systems for climate change adaptation and mitigation. These tools have also helped to understand the possible impacts of climate change and where greenhouse gas mitigation can be achieved. These tools were particularly of value when they were tailored to country contexts and when they were picked up by development investment partners such as the World Bank in their projects, and that allowed for a much further and wider impact for FAO.
Les ministères publics et les institutions partenaires des 11 pays ciblés ont estimé que les données et les outils de la FAO liés au changement climatique étaient d'excellente qualité.
Another strength of FAO, it lies in its position as a neutral and trusted facilitator, but also an agency with the technical expertise. And this strength has allowed it to harmonize different strategies from emergency response to disaster risk reduction to longer-term climate change adaptation in agriculture. It has the technical expertise to do this and the historic relationship with member countries that allows it to carry out with this work. This is really key. So I think the challenge is maybe more or equally institutional in the developing countries as much as it is technical. One area that FAO can be strong at, and it is strong in some countries, is to strengthen the engagement of its country offices in dialogue with the governments on climate change, to bring solutions to them. This is really shown to be very important and an area where FAO has been successful in some areas. Another area FAO could work on is in developing its partnerships further with a whole host of different types of institutions, NGOs for field level work, research institutions for understanding the impacts of climate change or the possible benefits of interventions, and with development investment partners. And addressing the climate change impacts of gender is a priority which FAO could give more attention. Climate-smart agriculture is also a key issue, and FAO has contributed a lot to the development of this idea. But I think FAO needs to look at the suitability of this concept for sectors other than agriculture, and to perhaps emphasize adaptation a little more in alignment with the interests of developing countries.
For sure, the priority should be on adaptation, considering that FAO serves the developing countries and their need is more in adapting to climate change, but adaptation will bring mitigation, bringing co-benefits.
Well, following up on both the strengths and the challenges of FAO, I would say perhaps the main recommendation the evaluation makes is for FAO to begin with developing a climate change strategy, or even more of a concrete work plan of where exactly it will work, what kinds of interventions would assist most based on its comparative advantages, and meeting that, or sort of fulfilling that recommendation, could also allow it to address a number of other recommendations in the report. For example, the analysis that would be done for the strategy or work plan could also allow it to identify partners, to determine which country offices need to be strengthened for engagement on climate change, in climate change dialogue at the member country level.
We had two major international instruments agreed. One, the Sustainable Development Goals, and second, the Paris Agreement on climate change. And for both, we need to now actively go out to the international community and explain the central importance of agriculture as a part of the solution. I think this recommendation is also something that we should take at heart here at FAO.
The recommendation suggests a number of different kinds of mainstreaming capacity development in FAO's work with the member countries, mainstreaming climate change adaptation and mitigation to a basic level in all of our development and natural resource management work, and finally providing improved guidance on the distinctions between emergency response, disaster risk reduction, and longer-term adaptation work.
From the evaluation and its recommendation, FAO prepared an implementation plan. And one of the first elements of the implementation plan is to prepare a climate change strategy. We will define what is FAO vision on climate change, how FAO could be serving and supporting the member countries in implementing climate change strategy and policies, and more than that, how we can have an integrated approach to climate change. We hope that we'll be having a draft of the strategy to be finally approved by the Council in December 2016.
La contribution de la FAO à la résolution des problèmes liés au changement climatique est substantielle, car elle est en rapport avec les secteurs agricoles et avec la sécurité alimentaire. Et nous espérons que ces recommandations lui permettront de réaliser pleinement son potentiel.